Welcome to the Dray Way. I am so glad you're here. We got a lot of things to talk about. Man, welcome to the show. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to work my way to 100,000 and I need your help. So please hit the subscribe button. But welcome to the Dray Way. We got a great show. Let's go. Welcome to the Dray Way. Gosh, man, we got a lot to talk about because it's very simple. Is the Trump presidency over already? Is he already a lame duck? And I know what you're saying. You're saying, wait a minute, he hasn't even gotten into the White House yet. But you've seen already what is happening. Already people in his own party are standing up to him because, I hate to break it to everyone, but Trump is done. And when I say Trump is done, there is a finite time when you can literally on the clock take a look and go, no more Trump. Yeah, because 4 years from now, from the minute he steps in the office, in 4 years, he's gone forever. Gone. He can't run for anything. He can't be anything. He can't threaten anybody. He can't do squat. So what's going to be happening, especially after once you get past the first 24 months, everyone is going to be looking at their clock going, he goes in 612 days. He goes in 611 days. He goes in 610 days. But what I'm worried about is, are there people looking at the watch right now and going, he goes in 1,300 days? That's if he makes it there. You have to remember, Donald Trump is almost 79 years old. Yeah, he's heading to 79, which is very close to 80 years old. Yeah, so is he even going to be around for 4 years? I question that because, especially consider this. I want you to just think about this for a moment. You're Donald Trump, all right? Pretend that you have orange all over you and you have a diaper on and yeah, you're Donald Trump, okay? 2 years from now, when the House, in all likelihood, flips blue, and now the House belongs to the Democrats, and he can't get anything done now because he has to go through a Democratic House, what is the point of him being around anymore? For what reason? Why would Donald Trump still want to be around? You know, in 2 years from now, he's going to be over 80 years old. He will have accomplished everything that he wants to accomplish as far as staying out of jail, probably, unless he commits more crimes, who knows? It's Donald Trump, who knows? He could commit more crimes, but who knows? But let's just say, what is to stop Donald Trump from going, did my 2 years, now I'm going to hand it off to crazy man, J.D. Vance, and I'm going to, as I walk out the door, J.D. Vance is going to hand me a nice, juicy, pardon. Yeah. So here Trump can walk out, not have the you're 80 years old. Do you really want to be messing around with, I don't care how nice a flight is. Do you still want to be crossing the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean to go visit countries you don't give a damn about? Do you still really want to do that when you're 80 years old? Really? Probably not. So I'm just saying, Donald Trump, after a couple of years, goes, oh, Democrats got the House? Yeah, here's that for you. I'm going to give the reins over to J.D. Vance here, and I'm going to make my exit with a pardon. See you later, bye. I think that's extremely probable because whether it's the Democrats or whether it's the Republicans themselves, a couple of years from now, they're not going to give a damn about what Donald Trump has to say because he is a lame duck president. Whether you want to agree with that or not, that's a fact. And I have a sneaking suspicion that after the last vote that we just had, just to push it forward a few months, just to go, yeah, well, let's fund this for a few months. Here you go. Just to do that. was difficult, was it not? Yeah, it was extremely difficult. And did Trump get anything he wanted? No. Even 38 Republicans voted against him. You want to know why? Because they're not afraid of him. Why? Because he's going bye-bye. Yeah, he may already be, and dare I say, wait a minute, he may already be a lame duck already. I know. I can't believe I said it. But it's out there. He may already be the lamest duck president ever, because the minute he hits the White House, it's like taking an egg timer and going, nope, there you go, let's turn it over. All right, he'll be out of here as soon as that sand drops. And yeah, could it technically take 4 years? Sure, but it's still, at the end of that 4 years, a bye-bye now, a bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you on the you-know-what on the way out, a bye-bye. Let me know what you think. Let me know down in the comments. Is Donald Trump a lame duck? And I mean a lame duck right now. Let me know in the comments what you think. Stick around. A lot more show to come. Welcome to the Dray Way. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. More to come. Stay right there. I want to tell you guys a little bit about what you can expect in 2025. It's time that we start on the show talking about 2025, because 2025 is coming. I mean, it's literally just days away. Have you got your date set for New Year's, by the way? If you haven't, make sure you set that date and start planning for it now. Just don't have a typical New Year's. Make it a great New Year's. But in all sincerity now, I want you to stop and I want you to think about 2025 for a minute and what's coming up in 2025. And once again, I got to look to my left, look to my right. I hate to break it to you guys, but no one's telling you this. No one on all of TikTok and all of YouTube and all these shows and programs, no one's telling you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth right now. Interest rates in 2025 are probably going to go up. Yeah, not down. Not down. They're probably going to go up, because every single thing Donald Trump is talking about doing, every single thing, it's all inflationary. All of it. And in case you haven't figured it out yet, we're not done with inflation. And these past couple of interest rate cuts probably weren't a good idea. Yeah. And now, with Donald Trump walking into office and promising tariffs and promising to start deporting people, when you start deporting cheap labor and replace it with more expensive labor, what do you think is going to happen? Somebody from the back, raise your hand and tell me, yeah, it's going to raise prices. Yeah, it's going to raise prices. And what about tariffs? Yeah, Canada's already said they will retaliate. And guess what? The woman down there and the president in Mexico, she ain't playing at all. She will slap tariffs on everything. And our biggest trading partner is Mexico. So yes, everything that Donald Trump has been talking about is inflationary. And inflation isn't done yet, folks, because like I've said 1,000 times, it's one thing to bring inflation down. We've learned over the decades, the most difficult thing about inflation is not bringing it down. You can take measures to do that immediately. But the trick is keeping it down. That's the trick. And you have to understand, the person coming into the White House is rich. And all the people all around him are rich. So they have assets that go up in value with inflation. So do they care about inflation? No. I hate to break it to you. They don't care. Do you think Donald Trump and his billionaire friends care about inflation? They have assets. They're sitting there going, okay, more inflation, the higher assets go up in value. There you go. Now, for the average American, when inflation goes up, that means gas prices, that means energy costs, that means food costs, that means just daily survival items. are more expensive, making it more and more difficult just to simply survive. But guess who doesn't care about that? All the people that many of you just put in the White House. Yeah, many of you voted for this guy. And in voting for this guy, you voted against yourself. You voted for higher prices. You didn't vote for lower prices. You literally voted for rich people that are like, inflation? Who cares? You know, I got gold, I got silver, I got stuff that'll appreciate in value. I got artwork, I got homes. It's all going to go up in value. I don't care. Yeah, that's what you voted for. So you effed around, and now you're going to find out. Because in 2025, interest rates aren't going down. You know, there's not going to be huge, cuts and 2% and 3% home loans and all that, 2%, 3%, 4% car loans. And yeah, that's not going to happen. So just get ready in 2025 for higher interest rates, because it's a strong likelihood that the Fed is going to have to correct itself again and raise interest rates. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't go anywhere. We got more show to come. Stay right there. My final thought is, I just want to have a conversation with you about something that I'm doing for myself. And I'd like some of you to kind of come along if you want to, but 2025, I'm making about my health. 2025, I'm making sure that I get certain blood tests done, that I get certain, checks done. I'm 61 years old now, and I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. So I'm changing my diet. I'm eating a more restrictive diet that's going to hopefully make me slimmer, trimmer, and more healthy, more of a Mediterranean-like diet. And I'm going to be watching calories and watching my exercise. My exercise is going to be some lifting with a lot of walking. And it's going to be a daily thing. It's going to be something that I do each and every day, because that's the only way I have found that anything gets any better. Anything. I'm talking about anything in life is about repetition. It's about doing it over and over and over again. And that's the truth. Like, example, on this show, the first time I started doing the Dray Way Show, you just have no clue as to what you're going to do. By no means am I getting an expert at it yet, but I'm getting better. Won't you guys agree that I'm getting better as time goes on? Hopefully you do. But that comes just from doing it every single day. And I'm going to make the commitment in 2025 to do that with my health, to make my health better, and to do it consistently day after day after day. I've been pretty good on exercise, but I haven't been as restrictive and as pinpoint as I should be with my diet. But now I have learned that it's a matter of writing down food prep, writing down what I'm going to eat for the week and what I like, what I don't like, and just managing the calories that I'm going to consume every day, and just managing it, and knowing that I can eat this container in the morning, this container at lunch, and this one at dinner, and sticking to the portion sizes and getting used to it. The first few days is not easy. I'm telling you now, the first few days is a little weird, because you're like, that's not a ton of food, but you really don't need a ton of food, especially if you're drinking enough water. I have found that the minute I started drinking enough water, I simply didn't need as much food as I thought I did. But I bring this up because I hope you decide to do the journey with me, because I think it's a journey that is passed on to others, in the sense that, I have a young son. I want to be around for my young son. So if I invest in myself in 2025 and in the future, I think the likelihood of me being around longer for my son, I think it's something I want to do. And I think, I hope it's something you want to do as well. I will be bringing up from time to time things that I'm doing that's working for me. And I hope you come along on the ride. It's definitely an area I'm not an expert in. I'll be learning along with you guys. But as I learn, I'll be sharing with you what I've learned and what's working for me. And hopefully it can work for you in 2025, because I want to make 2025 the best year ever. And I'm sure you do too. Again, thank you for joining me on the Dray Way. Don't forget, the Dray Way is every single day. And starting January 13th, the Dray Way Unchained. Yes, I will have my own podcast starting January 13th. We will talk a lot more about that. And thanks for joining me. We'll talk more about the podcast later on. Don't forget, there's a new Dray Way every single day. If you want to check out another show, check them out. And don't forget, a new show tomorrow. We'll see you later. Have a great day, everybody.